tips for those who are substitute teaching or pursuing other temporary assignments, and how can they make themselves stand out during those?
That's an easy one for me. Number one is, if your name's in the pool for a district, if you belong to Monrovia and they give you a call, don't turn down the job. Okay, take the job. Okay, because that's telling me right there, yeah, you're actively, seeking out work, and you're somebody that I can count on. And then when you do accept the job, if the district requires you to be there 15, 20, 30 minutes before school starts, whatever it is, then be there. That way you can get yourself prepped with the teachers and their lesson plans. And that's a whole different ballgame, whether or not you're going to get a quality lesson plan or not. Okay, you may just get some kind of mishmash, and you may have to try to figure something out on your own. Come dressed as a professional, even if you're a substitute. Okay, you come in shorts and a tank top that says University of Laverne, you're fine, my dear. Okay. you're fine. Okay, but if you just show up, dressed like that and like that, I'm gonna kind of look and say, the subs here. You dress professional. I'm gonna look at you like, oh look, our guest teacher's here. And I'm going to do everything I can to really go out of my way to make sure everything's comfortable. I'm not saying that because you're not dressed professional, I won't make your time comfortable, but you've already made a strong impression on me. Once you're in the classroom, the biggest thing I'm looking for is, what are you doing in the classroom? If I walk into the classroom in the middle of the day and you've got People magazine in your hand and the kids are kind of just sitting there doing worksheets, I'm going to really struggle with that. And I can tell you right there, no matter how good or whatever you may have been in the past, once I see that, you've made a mark for me. I'm not going to ever look at you again. Okay, for if some position doesn't come up, because all I've ever got a picture is that People magazine in your hand. Okay, so take it serious. Okay, because it is serious. Substitute thing's a tough thing. The kids need their regular teacher there, but there's going to be situations where they don't. But take it serious. Be professional in every aspect of it. And we all here at this table, we all understand how difficult it is to be a sub. Okay? We all know that the kids are going to challenge you. And for me, I don't expect you to be busting these kids upside the chops and stuff like that. But, act and carry yourself in a professional manner as much as you can. If you need help from someone, I'd rather you ask for help and you come down and go down and have a conversation with that class. But I know you're conscientious about what's going on. You're aware of what's going on in class, and that's very important. Okay? Very, very important for me.
Don't be worried about sending a student to the office or calling for that, because we understand how some students can be with substitute teachers. I know sometimes substitutes get very worried that, well, they're not going to call me back if I send a kid down. But we know that you care about it. Now, don't send every kid from the classroom down, or write every kid in the class to back notes to the teacher. But make sure the teacher is aware of what happened the next day. They really want to know how their class was. Follow the lessons. There's nothing more upset when a teacher does leave a detailed lesson plans and that was not followed. You'll find classrooms that you walk in that the teachers don't write those detailed lesson plans, and it becomes a little more difficult. Have a bag of tricks to bring to help out those times when kids get done faster, or they tell you a story how they've already gotten to work and stuff like that. Make sure when I walk into a classroom, and when I have a sub, I subbed for a year before I decided, hey, I wanted to become a teacher. The first day I was at the school, the assistant principal was in my classroom. He hired me later on, and I asked him, why were you there that first day? He goes, it wasn't for you. You were new, and I didn't know you. But I knew little Johnny was in there, and sometimes he gives a little bad time, so I want to make sure I'm checking up on him too, and to see how you were. So we're going to come by. One thing I never want to see is someone sitting there on their cell phone, looking up the cell phone text, and I see it often. I see it often with teachers. If I see it, and they get talked to the same. But if a substitute's on their cell phone, we talk to them and we tell them we don't want them in that classroom here, because you're not, even if they're watching a movie for the lesson plan, which is not a great lesson plan anyways, but that's still the time you're supposed to be observing the students.
I would say be nice to the front office. get to know the office manager, because the reality for me as a very busy principal is that many times the office managers are the ones that are running the daily report, the daily attendance report. And many times if I'm already in a classroom or talking to a parent before school starts, the reality for me may be that if a sub doesn't show up, my office manager, it happens often, she's the one that has, by the way, carry a business card. It seems silly, but do take your little calling card, leave it with the office manager, and usually they go, and if you've made a good impression, they will call. She won't even ask for my advice, because usually by the end of the week, we've already gone through who are the problem subs, who are the people that we don't really want here, and who are the people that we need to see, and we need to have our bank of people that we can call and count on them to come in. So be loyal. Don't talk trash about the school that you visited. Be professional, because it does get around. Get to know the teachers that are there. Ask questions. And yeah, just be professional and available. And also one of the things that I like to see is, and it sounds very common sense, but approach the principal if you can find me, and introduce yourself, even if it's midday. Hey, I'm here for Miss Quintana or whoever it is, because I will remember some of you. And so, just professional and available. I think that's, and nice to the office manager. Those would be my tips.
You don't want to be part of the "oh dear Lord" because I'm sure you've had that where that's because I get the list first thing in the morning, and I got Sheila, the office manager. Who do we have? Well, you got so and so, and so. And then when Rick was with me, I call Rick and I say, "You're going to have to be room 18 every period." Just every period. And that's just one thing you don't want to have to worry about during the day. Is who and what your sub is.
Would you recommend pursuing tutoring, other alternative positions while you're waiting for, or while they're waiting for jobs to open up in teaching, school counseling?
For me, I would recommend anything that gets you into that district and gets your face out there. Okay, whether it be tutoring, whether it be coaching. Okay, because I know a lot of times there's a lot of schools, a lot of districts out there who are looking for walk-on coaches. Just the on-campus coaches just aren't interested in anything like that. There's certain sports that they're always going to be looking for walk-on coaches. So if you know the sport a little bit, please don't coach a sport that you have no clue about, okay, because that's not good for anybody. But if you do have knowledge in there, that gets your face seen by people. And then again, conduct yourself in a very professional and orderly manner, especially you folks are young. Okay, and there's always issues with young coaches. How are they maturity-wise? How are they going to conduct themselves out there? I tell every coach that comes to my school, whether it be the middle school or when I was in the high school, you are representing the school, you're representing your family, and you are representing me. And so make sure that everything you do out there is on the up and up. Wins and losses are great, but how you conduct yourself out there and how you represent your school, to me, is the most important thing.
With counseling, and I know you do your interns and stuff, and once that period goes up, if you are still working nights and you have days free, those are the times you're going back. It just shows how dedicated you are. And every school needs more counseling. They do. It's tough out there with kids and their problems these days, and what they're going through at home and at school, and dealing